Hello, good evening, and welcome to episode 10 of Bag of Cans. I'm sporting this hat because it's a big shout out to the indoor hat crew mainly, and also because I received such a bounteous delivery of cans this week for today's episode. But I thought, I will draw the names out of a hat. So yeah, I will be doing that live on air, which is going to be an absolute delight. I can feel the tension and excitement in the room already. So without further ado, I have in my hand a piece of paper, as Neville Chamberlain would say, several pieces of paper actually, with the names of 6 cans that I'm choosing from tonight, and I'm going to put them in the hat like so. Give it a little bit of a shake because we want to make sure that this is random, don't we? And then I'm going to pick one out at random, open it, and drink it. Isn't that a delight? Right, what have we got? It's going to be the triple, isn't it? Let me see. No, it was close. So it's Lost and Grounded Hells, as you can see on this. So I'm looking forward to that actually because I've heard very good things about it. I mean, normally speaking, I'm a little bit well. So they launched it online on Twitter with among a select group of beer influencers. And normally speaking, that just makes me think, well, fuck them then. I'm not going to be asked, if that's the way you're going to do it. Because, you got all the beer influencers go, oh, I've had this lovely can, and isn't it delicious? And no one else can get hold of it. And you just kind of think, well, why don't you just launch it and let me buy some? However, that said, I have heard some really good stuff about it, and so I laid in a can because I succumbed to peer pressure. I fell for the marketing. Hello, Pete. How you doing, mate? All right. I'm looking forward to your set later. If you're not aware, in 8 minutes' time, Pete is going to kick off his 46th Spotify playlist, which he's been doing religiously every Friday for, as you can tell, nearly a bloody year. And it's 3 hours of absolutely top draw music. So tune into that. If you're on Twitter, it's at Pete Fowler Art, and I'm sure he'll be posting the link and a lot of commentary too. Right, I'm going to drink a beer, and it's going to be Lost and Grounded Hells. Just to show it. So here is the bag of cans from which I am going to pick out. Where is it? There we go. Hey, right. So while you're here, it could have been this one, which is by the same brewery, but it's 8.8%. So I'm bloody glad I didn't pick that one out. Got several others that are around about 4.5%, 5%, much of a muchness. So and this one is perfect, 4.4%. Brilliant. So Hells, it's kind of lager. It's quite a light lager, and we're not quite really ready in terms of weather, are we? But yeah, sod it. It's a great beer, so I'm going to drink it. Good evening to Ewan as well. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Always good to see you. It's basically me, Pete, and Ewan, isn't it, every Friday? Oh well, not to worry. Not too much longer now, I don't think, until all the pubs open, and I can sort of shelve this until obviously we go into the next lockdown, because our government are a bunch of cunts who can't manage a pandemic. They can't manage a good poo. Quite frankly, never mind a pandemic. But anyway, let's drink this beer, shall we, and forget about all that shite. That looks terrific. So yeah, all the hype around this was from several beer influencers, if you can call them that. It's not really influence. It's just people who write about it quite a lot, I suppose, and therefore like they publicise it. I mean, I get the marketing spiel. It's fine. You just end up feeling a little bit left out. and you can't be asked as a result. We have another Ben in tonight. Hello, Ben. How are you doing? We have a Ben who's watched all the calendars. But the first Friday, the first Bag of Cans Friday for him. So welcome along. I hope it doesn't disappoint. I'm sure it does, but never mind. Never mind. As some of you regular viewers can tell, I'm actually sporting a new pair of glasses today because the other pair were a little bit re-smog for my liking, but also I couldn't see properly through them anymore. But now I can, and I can actually read the sleeve notes. So this Lost and Grounded from Bristol. It doesn't give you actually a great deal. It's it's the standard sort of water, malt, yeast, and hops. So no further information on the can about that. Yeah, great. So now I can see what they've written, and it's fuck all use. Never mind. Anyway, the beer, I'm told, is a lot more use than that. Let's give it a whirl. Oh yeah, that is good actually. All right, it's God. Yes. So when it gets warm and I can sit out in the back garden, I am gonna buy myself a rake of these because it is a summer beer or a spring beer or sitting outside in the sunshine beer. It tastes like that. It tastes like you're sitting in a garden. It is terrific. It's not strong. It's really light. There's not a massive amount of bitterness, if I'm honest. But it's got enough about it just to keep you interested. Let me give it another whirl. Smells quite wheaty, wet wheat. Hay bales that are at a festival that have been pissed on by the rain, basically, for all you Port Elliot attendees out there. Mm. Yeah, yeah, it's really delicate. There's it's almost like honey. It's like honey nut loops. And it's like honey nut loops, and then a little bit of bitterness because you've left them in a packet too long open. I know that sounds bad, but it really isn't. It's absolutely delicious. It's not. It's not going to last long at all. I am going to go into a little bit of detail about the can because the design of that is absolutely lovely, isn't it? It's really terrific, and it does kind of it tips a nod to the kind of weather you really ought to be drinking this in. Sadly, at the moment, as you can tell, outside is a bit grey and miserable here in boring old Nunhead. But in this alpine scene on the can, it looks glorious. It looks exactly the kind of weather and circumstance under which you would like to drink this. Gazing over some recently ploughed fields, or actually, they're cornfields just about to be harvested. Even better. I'm going to call it a day there because it's only 2 minutes until Pete's set, and I've been crapping on for far too long. But yeah, Hell's Lost and Grounded. It does sort of kind of stands up to the hype, although it's not as ridiculously good as people bleated on about on Twitter. But nothing ever is really, is it? But until next week, when it's going to be even lighter outside, cheers and look after yourself. We've only got about 5 weeks until the pubs open, albeit outdoors, but God, that's something to look forward to, isn't it? So I'll raise a glass and say cheers. Have a lovely weekend and look after yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.